That's an old chanter you've got there.
Yes, but the reed isn't just right. It
Can you show?
wants dampened and opening up because this weather dries about to bugger it.
Can you show me what the reed looks like?
Yes, I'll show you in a few minutes. But I'll show you the weed pipes. What?
That'd be good.
Sure, it's easy. Did
you get the sound on there as well?
Yes, we'll get the sound.
But they don't just get the sound right until I get them up a tune a wee bit.
Very good, Sandy.
Mm.
Like the Scottish war pipes.
No, I'll show you them.
Which pipes are they?
These are only a miniature. We call them a chamber pipe.
Chamber.
Not very many of them, and these are very old. We know by the mounting, the old McDougall, they'd be over 100 years old. And there's not very many of them to be seen, but with the shape of that mounting, you know who made them. And McDougall's been out of production over 100 years and that, you see. And this is what I would like to make, a wee set like that and send home to my nephew in Scotland.
These are a smaller pipe than the war pipes.
Oh, much smaller.
Much smaller bag and...
Yes, and of course, this is only like the same as that practice chanter. It's very small and it doesn't make much noise. You could play them in a house without worrying anybody except.
Right.
You hear the difference in the volume of that?
That's certainly very loud. Is that a different reed for the different kind of chanters?
Yes, it's a different length and a different thickness.
Are you actually making those reeds yourself?
Yes, these are all reeds I've made.
Where would you normally get your reeds from if you were a bagpiper? If you're a piper?
Oh, well, most of them are imported from Scotland. But there is 2 reed makers in Australia now, and they were both pupils of mine, believe it or not. One in Brisbane and one at Bathurst. He's now living over the coast.
And what material are the reeds actually made out of, Sandy?
Well, it's bamboo, you call it. We call it cane. It comes from Spain. Apparently, there's cane is a form of grass, and there's a terrific amount of varieties of grass, and most of the varieties that grow in this country are not quite suitable for pipes. They look the same, and when you make a reed it sounds all right, but they don't take the moisture. As soon as they've got the moisture in them with Australian cane, they go soft. You don't get the volume.
Right. And what sort of cane do you use for yours? You actually import it?
The Spanish, oh yes.
You're able to get it okay?
Oh yes, as long as you send plenty of money. They rob you on the deal. If you sent, we'll say $40, they send you about $10 of a cane and a bit for packing.
Right.
and then a bit for your next order. See?
And what's actually involved in making them? What's the tricky part?
Oh, the tricky part is to get them just so. You have to. Well, the old fella that taught me, he said it's probably it's a long job to learn the bagpipes properly, and it'll take you at least 7 years to tune them. But he said if you're going to learn to make reeds, that's a long, long, long apprenticeship.
Right. How many people in Scotland will be making reeds?
Oh, not very many, but apparently they've advanced a lot. You know, instead of what I do by hand, they've evolved machinery, and some of the bagpipe makers now employ a lot of machinery to mass produce reeds. You're not always as good as the handmade thing, of course, because by the handmade thing you take your time, you don't consider that it's taken you half an hour. You consider that you've produced a good reed, and even if only you get a couple of dollars for it, you're quite satisfied, you see, providing it's a good reed.
Are your reeds different to the reeds you'd buy in a music shop if you walked into a shop and bought?
By and large, yes. If you took a dozen of my reeds, you would find possibly a little bit harder to blow, and really only for experienced pipers. But with that little bit of extra blowing, the volume, the tonal quality is such that it repays you.
And what about, has your blacksmithing at all helped you in what you're doing here with your bagpipe?
Oh yes, because you see, to make a wee thing like that,
What is that, Sandy?
that you would call that a reed maker's vice. You see, you get your reed to a certain stage, and then to ensure that you have them all the same, because it wouldn't do to have two pieces, one a lot thicker than the other. You would get an unequal vibration. So to ensure that we've got them all the same taper, we use this little thing which, as a blacksmith, it makes it so much easier for me to make, you know. One of my other pupils is a fitter and turner to trade, and he makes these things much different to what I would, but he's got all the machinery at his disposal to mill the steel out.
Who taught you, Sandy?
Very fine old gentleman called William Gray of the Glasgow Police. Now, if you would look at these, you'd have to come inside. And that's one of the things that you must observe to get your reed right.
The one on the left, they're both the same at the moment. The one on the right seems to be a bit more transparent.
It's quite possible that one is slightly.
That's how thin it needs to be able to vibrate.
Yes,
properly.
we finish off with a little bit of sandpaper when we tie the two of them together, like so, on a staple. And then we'll probably find the reed is flat, and we'll have to shorten the top a little bit. And then you use the sandpaper to get that transparency.
What's that called, Sandy?
The Rockin' Wee Pickled Town.
And what was that? That was the book there. The music in that's called what's that called?
The Rockin' Wee Pickled Town.
What's the collection of music called, though?
It's the Scots Guards collection. That's one of the first. There's 3 editions now. That's the first edition of the